Hey everybody, welcome back to Supercard. I know, and yeah, the hair is gone. I know I took like a couple days off or whatever. I was just so burnt out and stuff like that. Um, I'll show you the rewards I got from my last King of the Ring after this. So I started a brand new King of the Ring a couple hours ago. That is 15 bots. So this will be an easy WrestleMania card for me. Maybe I can get something I can pro. I did actually get something I could pro last time from the last King of the Ring. I got a second Heath Slater, so I got to work on that. But you can see I finished Bray Wyatt. I've been moving really slow for this Road to Ring Domination so far. Like, usually by now I'm like a card and a half done. I'm only at the first WrestleMania card, and it has come out that this WrestleMania card is Triple H. That makes another pro for me as well, which is great. My pros are starting to look really good right now. Um, I finished a Epic Fusion yesterday. I got Sasha Banks, which I don't really like the picture for it. It's okay, it's whatever. Um, so I started a legendary one right away. I think that'll finish in like 2 days or so, something like that. And I'm still drinking on that water. But like, I'm so glad I got my hair cut yesterday. It is really, really hot in Canada right now, especially today. It was insanely hot. I couldn't believe how crazy it was. Like, I was out last night. Uh, I went to the bar with a friend, and I'm just walking around, just from walking to the bar, and I was cooking. It was that hot. I had to peel my jacket off me and walk with it. That's how hot it got yesterday, or in the nighttime. It was pretty hot today, and even right now I'm wearing a black shirt. My uniform is black scrub pants and a black scrub shirt. So I'm wearing all black. And anytime I would step outside for some air or whatever, like I was just melting on the floor just because of how hot it was. So like all the extra volume I had in my hair stops getting long after a certain point. It just starts to grow big. It starts to grow up. I get a lot of volume in my hair, and that's what was going on with me. So like I would have lost about 10 pounds just in water weight if I didn't get my hair cut yesterday. So that's the story of my haircut, I guess. In things that are actually relevant in wrestling, they announced a brand split. Back, remember back in the day? It's not even like saying back in the day now. It was the brand split stopped, I believe, in 2011 when they had the Raw Super Show or whatever. So they had that going on. So they said they're going back to a brand split. SmackDown is going to air live on Tuesday nights, which is when they tape it. So now they're just going live instead, and the roster is going to be completely split. They're going to do a draft, much like how they did in 2002. Now, there are still a lot of details to come out of that. Are we going to have another world champion for SmackDown, like how one title they had the main title on Raw, like we had the WWE title on one show along with the Intercontinental title and other stuff? Or are we going to go with how with the original brand split, uh, whoever is the one champion is allowed to appear on both shows? That's how they got around the brand split, saying, well, you can't just have one person as champion, but when the pay-per-views are split, like one pay-per-view would be SmackDown only, the other pay-per-view would be Raw only. Yes, you have a world champion at each one, but they're just constantly, you can't have 2 or 3 pay-per-view matches in a row with that person because this month is the Raw pay-per-view, so they're challenging the champion. Well, next month is the SmackDown pay-per-view. You can't have the Raw guy show up on SmackDown. So maybe they will start another world champion, which you know that's how they'll get Cena to like 17 reigns, because he's got two world titles that he could go for. But if they keep it as the one champion, that means they're forced to elevate either the Intercontinental title or the United States title, because You don't have the world champion all the time. You need something else to get the people to watch. So if you make the secondary titles more important again, it makes whoever is the Intercontinental Champion looks more important now, because that is like one of the top titles on the show. Oh, geez, that is a very powerful Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's got 3 stats in 5,000. I know he's used managers, but still, that's insane. What do I want to use? I'll use this. This is where I'm in a tough spot. Okay. So there's no way I can actually lose this matchup now. Even if it was speed, but even if he had procced, I still would have won. So Smackdown is going live, I believe, July 19th? One of the J months, something like that. So I guess we'll find out soon. So obviously they got to do the draft before that. But I'm very interested to see how they do this. I was a fan of the original brand split back in the day, because it made it more special when someone else showed up on the other show. Like, that's how we got the Shawn Michaels Kurt Angle match. Sorry about that quick random cut. Something had happened and I needed to stop it. But yeah, so with the brand split, you ended up getting dream matches like HBK and Kurt Angle, because Shawn Michaels was on Raw, Kurt Angle was on SmackDown. That it felt like a big deal as an actual brand war when they faced off against each other, because they're on different brands. We never got to see them together. You get to build up for more, I guess you could say, dream matches, because everyone, if they've got Roman Reigns on one show and John Cena on the other, it'll be like, man, like, when they finally get in the ring, like, it'll, like, we never see them in the ring together because one's on Raw, one's on SmackDown. That's how you end up getting fresh matchups again. Because right now, with everyone on both shows, there's, like, how many times have we seen the Usos and even the Bullet Club right now? How many times have we seen that happen? How many variations of that? Like, when like the Authority was going strong, how many times did we see variations of Kane and Big Show against Roman Reigns, or in tag team matches, just absolutely non-stop? But once you have them on separate shows, oh, we did get a piece. Once you have them on separate shows, you're forced to work with what you have on the show. You can't just be like, what do we want to do? Screw it, just throw Big Show back out there. Now you don't have him if, it's obviously the other show. It's going to force them to create new things, but they need to have dedicated creative teams as well. You can't have the same guy writing for Raw and SmackDown, because it's just going to end up being just awful, and we don't want that. So I am excited for the brand split, but with caution. We need to see how this ends up being handled. If nothing's going to change, then it's going to be same old. But I like how now they're trying to make SmackDown seem like important. Like when Shane with the whole I want control of Raw or whatever, like, I have this lockbox, Raw will be mine or whatever. What about SmackDown? Did we just ignore that SmackDown is a thing? So that was pretty funny, like, when all that's going on. Now that they've announced this brand split, they post, like, in-character things. Stephanie wants control of SmackDown. No, Shane wants control of SmackDown. I'm sure this will all build up to, at the next pay-per-view or whatever, that Vince is going to make a decision on what's going on and, set the standard for the shows, and it's just going to be Shane has control of Raw, Stephanie has control of SmackDown, and they're going to find a way to drag out that segment for 20 minutes, and that's probably going to be one of the longest things on the next pay-per-view, so look forward to that. More McMahon family drama, because that's what we want. That'll drive the ratings up, just like in 1998 and 1999. That's just me being cynical about the whole McMahon thing, but we'll get through these last picks, and I'm actually going to head out. I've got to head out, even though it's like 11:40 11:40 at night. I've got to go be somewhere right now. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Please take care.